Trauma is not the life event itself, but the body's ongoing attempt to protect you from it. It's a response that continues long after the moment has passed.
Beautiful. I love your quote.
It's from my book.
You know what? I used to think trauma was some big event that happened in the past
Well, that's not what I was taught.
that got stuck in your head somehow, and it was your thinking about the thing, not the thing, that was causing you experience. Now, I've later learnt that that's not true, and how yes, an event can happen, like your beautiful quote, but it's so present.
Right.
Like the response, the adaptive response now is so present from that past event. So let's talk about trauma in a way that can really help people who are suffering.
That's what I mean by we're actually in two places at once. Our body is experiencing an event or protecting us from an event that it may sense is happening right now, and we're experiencing it right now.
Yeah, can I give an example of that?
Yeah.
So when I was a lad, I went to a pub and there was this racist abuse and I got attacked and stuff. Anyway, now as a proper grown adult, when I go into pubs that have a similar vibration or flavour of that place, I didn't notice, but I do now because I'm much more aware of my body. I start getting really anxious and I'm looking around, I have my back to a wall, like I'm kind of reliving the past, not as a memory, but my physiology.
Right.
My physiology is trying to protect me. And it's exactly like your response, a response that continues long after the moment has passed.
Yeah, an
Beautiful.
ongoing attempt to protect you. And I want to say that. I want to really highlight that because it's always in service of survival. So 80 to 95% of all information arises from the body to the brain. It goes this way. And our thought process narrates what's going on, especially in a heightened state of threat like you were in the pub. When we're in a heightened state of threat mode, our higher cortical function goes offline. But then we get this narration, this, whatever it may have been, I don't know. But that is your body's ongoing attempt to protect you from something that happened long ago. And it's so important to recognize that. When you went to go get all those plants, you got to show a picture of all the plants you got. And he took a really long time and his phone was out of service. I got worried because I have had 3 fatal car accidents in my, I haven't had 3 fatal, but I've had loved ones that had 3 fatal car accidents. And so immediately, there was my body was sensing something. And then it started to narrate a story. He's gotten into a car accident. He's in the hospital. What am I going to do? How am I going to, how am I going to go get him? He's got the car, all of that. And so gathering and recognizing that this is how it works, bringing awareness to the subtle messages that arise in your physicality, in your body in that moment is such a help.
A lot of the mainstream would argue, well, it was your thinking about me being late that was causing your stress response. So can you clarify what you mean?
Yes, exactly. Because we are physical beings. We are nature in human form, and we are designed to survive. So if we're out there in the forest and we're picking berries and we hear a snap, our body is going to recognize that as a potential danger. Our body needs to respond first and foremost, or we would never survive as a human species if we had to stop and think, maybe I should climb this tree over here. Or if we grab a pan that's hot, we don't think about releasing it. Our body just releases it. Does that make sense?
It's a bit like if you're in a crowd and you hear a loud bang.
Yes.
Everyone's kind of does this. They don't think, oh, there's a bang. Maybe I should hunch my shoulders.
Right.
Like there's this automatic physiological response before thought.
Absolutely. Yeah. I smell my flesh burning. Maybe I should release.
Shall I take it off the pan now?
So
we have these automatic before thought physiological responses that has nothing to do with our cognition whatsoever.
Right.
So how does that relate to the car story then?
Oh, okay. So so that is the trauma. It's the ongoing attempt to protect myself from something that has happened in the past. So we have these responses. I'm living now in that traumatic response in a sympathetic state. So my body is going to, where's the phone? I need to call. Or why isn't he answering? Maybe I should call Sinclair because this is happening. I kind of go through the motions before I even think about it. One, because our body's going to react first. Two, because our higher cortical functions have shut down.
Yeah.
Recognizing that you are this beautiful, exquisite, whole being that has many beautiful, unique features, but is one divine system. And the way it works is such a lifesaver, is so helpful.
Yeah. The other thing is people often think trauma is, it's pretty horrific. I mean, obviously your daughter literally passed away in a road traffic accident. So you can see how you can have that habitual response to a similar... And your fiancé to a similar thing going on in the world. But also, a lot of people haven't had a big trauma. They've had not enough for too long or something?
Well,
could you explain a bit more about that?
Absolutely. And this is what I want to say, and I feel like I can say this. The vehicle of its arrival does not matter.
Yeah,
the space is still the same.
Yeah.
So it can be a child who hasn't had enough love for a very long amount of time.
Yeah, that's horrific.
That's developmental trauma.
Yeah.
Or a child or me, that's experienced, boom, these losses so quickly. That's shock trauma. It gets us to the same place. The vehicle of its arrival does not matter. The space is still the same. I want to honor that. You are these beautiful, exquisite human beings. There isn't a big trauma, little trauma. It's all just your body protecting itself and responding always and forever in service of survival.
Yeah, I've been living in what you could define as trauma. I want to just redefine trauma. I want to say basically if you're human, you would have habitual patterns that just fire off. If you don't have that, then you're not human. You're probably an alien or something. Everyone is human.
Which
Everyone
is
has
okay.
these things. It's fine if you're alien. I'm not anti-alien. That's fine. But practically speaking, I remember... Right, so not having safety as a kid, I craved it as an adult. So it would make me get overly attached to people. I could have like separation anxiety. If I wasn't included in things, I could really freak out. You see how it kind of translates into an adulthood, all under the bonnet of your experience.
Bonnet?
Under the bonnet. Do you say bonnet?
Hood.
The hood. Under the hood. Under the hood of your experience. The other thing is from the childhood trauma, I remember being so terrified I couldn't scream. This is for another video. I'm not going to go there now. But I got really empathic, right? Because I had to sense into the environment so I didn't get slapped, so there wasn't any violence. And so I got really attuned to emotions, okay? And also because of that, initial childhood trauma, this is crazy, right? Okay, I've been a world renowned within my community, well known, human potential and spiritual teacher for decades and decades. But I still had no idea.
Yeah.
I was living in trauma where I could get so in such a sympathetic state, high alert anxiety, that it burnt me out, and then I'll go into a shutdown, an energy reserve where I felt really tired. Then I go straight back to sympathetic, then I'll be in shutdown again. And all of it was until I met Jules, a completely unconscious thing operating like me on a puppet I didn't even know about consciously until I met Jules, who introduced me to Stephen Porges and the polyvagal theory and all the rest of it. I gained the awareness of that, and then I could integrate. With the awareness, I don't experience that probably 80% of it is gone now.
Yeah.
I'm still human, so I'm still getting the 20%. But a lot of people say, I don't have trauma.
Right.
But then they could have these habitual responses.
Yeah. So we all have neuroception. I think it's important for people to understand right here what neuroception is. And neuroception is your body's way of scanning, sending and receiving messages, but scanning the environment for safety and threat below conscious awareness. We're always doing that. Always, 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 always. There's always this familiar energy that your body may compute as maybe a car accident, or your neuroception, or your familiar energy where your body is responding, oh gosh, you've got to stand, you've got to perform, you've got a time limit. That's Rudi's. But so that's important. And we will discuss this and go into detail on our free course. But I just wanted to share this. So our neuroception is receiving energy and our body's responding, and then our thoughts narrate. And also that our body's ongoing attempt to protect us from an event that it's neuroceptively receiving. And again, it's energetic, it's it's biochemical language. It isn't a cognitive, well, this is what's happening. It's a biological language.
Under the hood.
Yes.
Unconscious.
Under the bonnet.
They sense.
Yes. And so if our body is ongoing, it's continually attempting to protect us from that, it shows up as a pattern. And if it's showing up as a pattern, that's going to deplete our resources.
Yeah.
And that is where you get signs and symptoms of burnout. And we did a video.
We did. So this video is around burnout.
Yes, we did a video on burnout. And I think we should link it here.
Yes. So, if you haven't, like and subscribe, join our free course. We're going to huge detail about this stuff. But if you want to stay with us, on the screen now is the burnout video. This trauma and burnout are so interlinked, so I think you'd find that very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's
Cool.
it.
Bye for now.
Bye.